For over 2 millennia, they've stood sentinel, a silent legion guarding an emperor in his eternal slumber. But new discoveries are shaking the very foundations of what we thought we knew about these terracotta warriors and the enigmatic ruler they served. Could these ancient sentinels be protecting secrets far more profound, more perilous than we ever imagined? What if the reality of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's reign, the very foundation upon which China's history is built, is far darker, far more complex than the stories passed down through generations? The Earth is giving up its secrets, slowly, painstakingly, revealing a truth that threatens to rewrite the ancient world. So how did this incredible story begin? What led to the unearthing of this silent army, and what mysteries do they hold within their clay forms? To understand, we must journey back to the spring of 1974, to the drought-stricken lands near Xi'an, China. Here, in the parched fields, a group of local farmers were engaged in a desperate search. They were digging a well, driven by the urgent need for water to sustain their families and crops. Little did they know, their quest for sustenance would lead them to a discovery that would reverberate through the annals of history. As their shovels bit into the dry earth, they struck something unexpected, something hard. Initially, they dismissed it as mere pottery shards, fragments of everyday life from a bygone era. But as they unearthed more pieces, a distinct pattern began to emerge. The shapes were becoming more defined, more recognizable. They were unlike anything they had ever encountered. Whispers of the unusual find spread quickly, reaching the ears of local officials. Recognizing the potential significance, they alerted archaeologists, setting in motion a chain of events that would forever alter our understanding of ancient China. The archaeologists arrived with a sense of anticipation, but nothing could have prepared them for the magnitude of what lay beneath the soil. As they carefully excavated the site, a breathtaking spectacle began to unfold. Rows upon rows of life-sized clay soldiers emerged from the earth, standing in perfect formation as if frozen in time. Each figure faced eastward, a silent, unwavering army awaiting the command of a long-dead leader. This was no mere collection of artifacts. It was a vast underground army, meticulously crafted to guard the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. The scale of the discovery was simply staggering. Thousands of soldiers, approximately 8,000 in total, along with archers, charioteers, and horses, filled a series of interconnected pits. Each figure was positioned with the precision and discipline of a real military unit, a testament to the emperor's obsession with order and control. Upon closer inspection, the details were even more remarkable. Each warrior possessed unique facial features, capturing a range of expressions. Some wore stern, determined looks, while others appeared calm and resolute. The craftsmanship was extraordinary, a testament to the skill and artistry of the artisans who created this silent army. At the heart of this elaborate burial complex lay Qin Shi Huang, the ruler who unified the warring states into a single empire in 221 BCE, marking a pivotal moment in Chinese history. He was a visionary leader, but also a ruthless and authoritarian figure, obsessed with solidifying his power and ensuring its permanence both in life and beyond death. Qin Shi Huang's ambition knew no bounds. In life, he standardized the written language, currency, and measurements across his vast empire, creating a unified cultural and economic landscape. And in death, he sought to extend his dominion into the afterlife. His burial complex was designed as a complete, self-contained underground world, a reflection of his earthly kingdom. The Terracotta army was an integral part of this grand vision, built to stand guard for eternity, protecting the emperor from any potential threats in the spirit realm. It was a bold, almost unimaginable undertaking, a testament to the emperor's unwavering belief in his own destiny and his determination to secure his rule beyond the confines of mortality. The sheer scale of the site reflects this ambition. The mausoleum complex spans dozens of square kilometers, encompassing hundreds of related pits scattered across the landscape. To this day, archaeologists have only uncovered a fraction of this vast underground realm, leaving countless mysteries yet to be revealed. What has been unearthed so far includes not only the Terracotta army, but also chariots, Horses, weapons, and even evidence of workshops where craftsmen meticulously shaped the warriors, painstakingly bringing them to life from clay. Every aspect of the layout appears to be meticulously planned and intentional, with the army strategically positioned to defend the emperor in the afterlife, just as they would have in the living world. It was a mirror image of his earthly power, transplanted into the realm of the dead. But the excavation process is slow and deliberate, driven by a commitment to preservation. After witnessing the rapid deterioration of the warrior's original, paint experts are unwilling to risk damaging what may lie deeper within the complex. For now, the central tomb remains sealed, its secrets closely guarded. This decision is a deliberate one, born out of a desire to protect the treasures within from the ravages of time and the potential damage caused by exposure to the elements. Until technology can guarantee the preservation of the artifacts, the tomb will remain untouched, a silent testament to the past, waiting for the moment when its secrets can be safely unveiled. The discovery in that seemingly unremarkable field nearly half a century ago was not a singular event, but rather the beginning of an ongoing saga, a story that continues to unfold with each new excavation and each new finding. Each statue, each artifact, adds another piece to the complex puzzle of Qin Shi Huang's empire, shedding light on his reign, his beliefs, and his motivations. And somewhere beneath the earth, beyond the reach of sunlight, the heart of that story still waits, shrouded in mystery, beckoning us to delve deeper into the past. The beauty of historical discoveries lies in their ability to transcend the confines of time, offering us new perspectives on the present. Just when we believe that the Terracotta army has revealed all its secrets, something new emerges, challenging our assumptions and prompting us to ask even more questions. And this time, what has been found is raising more questions than answers, forcing us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about Emperor Qin Shi Huang and his enduring legacy. It's one thing to stumble upon a relic from the past, a tangible link to a bygone era, but it's quite another to find something that feels as though it has been patiently waiting in the darkness, biding its time until the opportune moment to reveal itself. That is precisely what happened when archaeologists shifted their focus to Pit 2 of the Terracotta army, a section of the complex that holds a unique and intriguing significance. If Pit 1 represents the grand stage, showcasing rows upon rows of silent soldiers standing at attention, then Pit 2 is the hidden war room, the strategic command center, where the Emperor's military plans were conceived and executed. Pit 2, while not the largest of the Qin burial pits, is arguably one of the most fascinating. This is where the Qin Emperor's special forces were assembled, a diverse and highly specialized military contingent ready to carry out his ambitious campaigns. Here, one finds infantry poised to march into battle, archers prepared to unleash a deadly volley of arrows, chariots built for speed and maneuverability, and mounted troops trained for rapid charges across the battlefield. It's a more complex, more strategic side of the Emperor's power, a glimpse into the mind of a military mastermind, and it has remained, sealed away from the world for over 2,000 years, patiently guarding its secrets. Interestingly, Pit 2 remained largely untouched for a considerable period. While the initial discovery of the Terracotta army in the 1970s captivated the world, this particular section of the site remained mostly unexplored. Serious excavation of Pit 2 did not commence until 2015, and even now, the work is being carried out with meticulous care and painstaking precision. Only a small fraction of what lies beneath the surface has been uncovered, and that is by design. Archaeologists understand that they are dealing with something incredibly fragile, both in terms of the physical artifacts themselves and the historical narratives they represent. This is not a race to excavate as quickly as possible, but rather a slow, deliberate, almost reverential conversation with the past. What they have found so far hints at a vastly different story than the one conveyed in traditional history books. The arrangement of the soldiers in Pit 2 deviates significantly from the more straightforward military lineup found in Pit 1. Instead, the positioning of the troops suggests a sophisticated battlefield strategy, as though the Emperor was anticipating and planning for multiple fronts simultaneously. Infantry units are strategically flanked by archers, providing crucial support and cover. Cavalry units are positioned for rapid deployment, ready to exploit any weakness in the enemy lines. And the chariots are placed in such a way that they could effectively cut through enemy formations, disrupting their advance and sowing chaos in their ranks. This wasn't simply about displaying overwhelming numbers. It was about showcasing the strategic brilliance of a leader who viewed war as a complex game of chess, carefully positioning his pieces to achieve a decisive victory. Now this is where things become particularly intriguing. If Pit 2 truly reflects the Emperor's strategic thinking, it might also reveal aspects of his political world that have never been fully understood. The Qin dynasty's image has long been shaped by tales of brute force and absolute control, portraying Emperor Qin Shi Huang as a ruthless tyrant who relied on intimidation and oppression to maintain his grip on power. But what if there is more to the story than we have been led to believe? What if the Emperor's power stemmed not only from sheer intimidation, but also from a deep, calculated understanding of how to project strength without resorting to violence, how to manipulate events to his advantage, and how to maintain control through strategic alliances and political maneuvering? These silent soldiers, frozen in time, could hold the key to unlocking that answer, revealing a more nuanced and complex portrait of Emperor Qin Shi Huang and his reign. The deliberate and measured pace of the excavation leaves ample room for speculation, allowing us to ponder the possibilities and explore alternative interpretations of history. Each new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, further complicating our understanding of the past. Yet the more pieces that surface, the clearer it becomes that we still haven't seen the full picture. That vast swathes of history remain hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed. And somewhere beneath the untouched earth of Pit 2, that complete picture awaits, holding the potential to revolutionize our understanding of ancient China and its enigmatic first emperor. It's difficult not to wonder what else might be buried there, what other secrets lie hidden beneath the soil, patiently waiting to be revealed. Could there be evidence of previously undocumented military units, specialized forces, that played a crucial role in the Emperor's campaigns? Could we find personal inscriptions or other clues that would tell us more about the individual soldiers themselves, their lives, their motivations, and their experiences? Or perhaps the discoveries will challenge the very narrative of the Qin dynasty's rise to power, forcing us to reconsider the accepted version of history and explore alternative interpretations of the past. Whatever lies beneath the surface is not there to simply confirm what we already know, but rather to challenge our assumptions, to force us to question our preconceived notions and to push the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is the enduring allure of Pit 2, the irresistible pull that keeps us digging deeper into the past. Every shovel of dirt brings us closer to answering these profound questions, to unraveling the mysteries that have shrouded the Terracotta army for centuries. But until the excavation is complete, those answers will remain locked in the ground, daring us to continue our quest for knowledge, to persist in our pursuit of the truth. Some places simply refuse to surrender their secrets, easily revealing them only gradually, piece by piece. And Pit 2 seems to be one of those places, becoming more puzzling, more enigmatic, the deeper we delve into its depths. If Pit 1 is the grand display of unified might, a sea of faces all turned east, then Pit 2 is where the shadows gather. It's the battlefield strategist's workshop, the place where the blunt force of raw numbers gives way to something far more nuanced, tactical planning. Think of it like this. Pit 1 is the parade, Pit 2 is the war game. For decades, the world marveled at the sheer scale of the Terracotta army. The endless ranks of infantry, the chariots, the horses, it was a testament to the Emperor's power, a symbol of his ambition to conquer even death. But the secrets whispered by Pit 2 suggest a different, perhaps even more impressive kind of power. A power rooted not just in manpower, but in mind power. Pit 2, while not the largest of the burial pits, is arguably the most strategically significant. Discovered in 1976, it remained largely unexcavated for many years, overshadowed by the sheer spectacle of Pit 1. Initial excavations began in 1994, but it wasn't until 2015 that a systematic large-scale excavation truly began. And that's when the real story started to unfold. What sets Pit 2 apart is its composition. It isn't just a solid block of infantry. Instead, it's a carefully orchestrated assembly of different military units, each positioned with a specific purpose in mind. There are infantry, of course, but they're supported by archers, both standing and kneeling, ready to unleash a deadly volley of arrows. There are chariots, not just for show, but strategically placed to break enemy lines. And there's cavalry, mounted troops, poised for rapid flanking maneuvers. It's a combined arms force designed for flexibility and adaptability on the battlefield. It speaks to a level of military sophistication that is rarely attributed to this period in Chinese history. This wasn't simply about overwhelming the enemy with numbers. It was about outsmarting them, outmaneuvering them, and crushing them with a well-coordinated attack. Imagine the emperor, not just as a ruler issuing decrees from his palace, but as a commander, meticulously planning every aspect of his military campaigns. Pit 2 offers a glimpse into that strategic mind, revealing a leader who understood the importance of combined arms tactics, of exploiting enemy weaknesses, and of adapting to changing battlefield conditions. Now, this raises some serious questions about our understanding of the Qin dynasty. For a long time, the historical narrative has painted a picture of an empire built on brute force and authoritarian control. Emperor Qin Shi Huang is often portrayed as a ruthless tyrant, focused on standardization and suppression. And while there's undoubtedly truth to that, Pit 2 suggests a more complex reality. Could it be that the emperor's power stemmed not just from his ability to command armies, but also from his strategic brilliance? Could it be that the Qin dynasty's military success was due not just to its size, but to its superior tactics and organization? These are the questions that Pit 2 forces us to confront. It challenges us to look beyond the simplistic narratives of history and to consider the possibility that the Qin dynasty was far more sophisticated and strategically astute than we previously believed. The excavation of Pit 2 is a slow and painstaking process. Archaeologists are acutely aware of the fragility of the artifacts and the potential for irreversible damage. They proceed with extreme caution, meticulously documenting every detail, every fragment, every clue. But even at this slow pace, the discoveries are nothing short of remarkable. The arrangement of the soldiers, the types of weapons they wielded, the positioning of the chariots and cavalry. All of these details provide valuable insights into the Qin dynasty's military organization and tactics. And it's not just about the military aspects. The artifacts found in Pit 2 also shed light on the Qin dynasty's technology, craftsmanship, and social structure. The intricate details of the soldiers' armor, the exquisite designs on the chariot fittings, the subtle variations in the soldiers' facial expressions, all of these details offer a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of the people who lived. During this period, each new find in Pit 2 is like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle, and as more pieces are added, the picture becomes clearer. But the picture is not always what we expect. Sometimes the pieces fit together in unexpected ways, challenging our assumptions and forcing us to rethink our understanding of the past. And that's the beauty of archaeology. It's not just about uncovering artifacts, it's about uncovering stories. It's about piecing together the fragments of the past to create a narrative that is both accurate and compelling. And the narrative that is emerging from Pit 2 is one that is far more complex, nuanced, and intriguing than we could have ever imagined. It's a narrative that challenges us to rethink our understanding of the Qin dynasty, of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, and of the ancient world itself. But the story of Pit 2 is far from over. Much of the pit remains unexcavated, and there's no telling what secrets still lie buried beneath the earth. Could there be even more sophisticated military units waiting to be discovered? Could there be evidence of previously unknown weapons or technologies? Could there be personal inscriptions or artifacts that shed light on the lives of the soldiers themselves? These are the questions that keep archaeologists digging, that keep historians speculating, and that keep us all fascinated by the mysteries of Pit 2, the promise of the unknown that is still hidden. One thing is certain, the excavation of Pit 2 is not just an archaeological endeavor. It's a journey of discovery. It's a quest for knowledge, and it's a testament to the enduring power of the past to captivate and inspire us. And as we continue to delve deeper into the earth, into the shadows of Pit 2, we can only wonder what secrets we will uncover next. What new pieces of the puzzle will we find? And what new stories will they tell? Could these findings revolutionize our view on ancient Chinese warfare? What kind of training did these soldiers undergo to master such complex strategies? Could the positioning of these units offer insight into the Qin dynasty's relationships with neighboring states? One thing is for certain: the unearthing of these secrets will leave a lasting impression on the field of archaeology for years to come. And this slow, methodical pace, the one thing that makes so many people impatient to see what else is out there, is in reality the very thing that ensures that those discoveries, whenever they happen, can be studied in context so that we might know more about the people who created them. So the question becomes, what do we prioritize? The quick reveal, or the slow reveal, carefully documented and painstakingly observed to ensure nothing is lost in the process? As technology evolves, we are getting closer than ever to answering those questions. But for now, we must proceed carefully, aware that our every decision can alter the story. We already touched on this, but another intriguing fact about the site is the way that the arrangement of the soldiers in Pit 2 deviates from the straightforward military lineup we see in Pit 1. The way in which the positioning of the soldiers is arranged suggests that the Emperor had some very specific ideas about how to project strength. Infantry units are strategically placed to be flanked by archers, providing both a solid defense and ranged attack capabilities. The cavalry units are positioned for rapid movements, ready to flank and outmaneuver the enemy, and the chariots are placed where they could effectively cut through enemy lines, causing maximum disruption. What does this sophisticated battlefield strategy tell us? Was Emperor Qin Shi Huang simply a leader who saw war as a chess game? Or was there something more to it? If Pit 2 reflects the Emperor's strategic thinking, it may also reveal aspects of his political world that we have never fully understood. It is difficult to overstate how the traditional image of the Qin dynasty has been shaped by tales of brute force and absolute control. But the evidence in Pit 2 hints at something far more subtle. What if the Emperor's power came not only from sheer intimidation, but from a deep, calculated understanding of how to project strength without ever having to lift a sword? These frozen soldiers could hold the key to that answer. However, as the excavation slowly unfolds, a crucial question emerges. How much of this strategic brilliance was Emperor Qin Shi Huang's own design, and how much was influenced by the military advisors surrounding him? Historical records indicate the presence of skilled strategists and tacticians within the Qin court, individuals who played pivotal roles in shaping the empire's military campaigns. Could these advisors have contributed to the sophisticated battlefield arrangements seen in Pit 2? Or was the Emperor the primary architect of these strategies? Unraveling this puzzle requires careful examination of historical texts, archaeological findings, and comparative analysis with other military sites of the time. By piecing together these fragments of evidence, scholars may gain a deeper understanding of the intellectual landscape surrounding the Qin dynasty and the true extent of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's strategic genius. Another critical aspect that warrants exploration is the potential influence of previously existing military traditions on the strategies employed in Pit 2. During the Warring States period preceding the Qin dynasty, various schools of military thought emerged, each advocating different approaches to warfare. Did Emperor Qin Shi Huang and his advisors draw inspiration from these earlier traditions? Or did they develop entirely new strategies based on their own experiences and observations? Comparative studies of military texts and archaeological sites from the Warring States period may shed light on this question. By identifying similarities and differences between the military practices of different states, scholars can gain insights into the evolution of military thought in ancient China and the specific influences that shaped the Qin dynasty's military strategies. Ultimately, the excavation of Pit 2 offers a unique opportunity to delve into the strategic mind of Emperor Qin Shi Huang and the complex interplay of factors that influenced his military decisions. By examining the archaeological evidence, historical records and intellectual context of the Qin dynasty, scholars can piece together a more complete and nuanced understanding of the emperor's strategic brilliance and its impact on Chinese history. The slow pace of the excavation allows for this speculation, but until complete, those answers remain locked in the ground. Some places do not give up their secrets all at once, and Pit 2 seems to be one of those places that gets more puzzling the deeper you look.